A group of robbers melted down to $150 billion worth of gold and successfully transported it away from the eyes of the police in the form of construction waste. These clever criminals left people helpless. They broke into banks, took staff and customers hostage, and forced them to wear identical costumes and masks to hide their identities. In this way, the police can't tell who is a thief and who is a hostage. The robbery was extremely similar in style to the diamond heist 5 years earlier. The robbers then threatened the bank manager with violence and forced him to open the door to the bank vault. Surprisingly, there was $250 billion worth of gold stored there, and it was the spoils of war that had been shipped back from Germany that year, of which the outside world had no knowledge. Upon receiving the report, the FBI immediately rushes to the perimeter of the bank and cordons off the entire bank area. Agent Mary serves as the head of the operation, while Jake is the hostage negotiator. The two were responsible for negotiating with Lisa, the commander of the robbers. During the negotiations, the other robbers melt the gold at high internal temperatures, planning to melt it into construction materials, such as copper bars for transportation. To increase their chances of escape, they ask the police for money trucks and airplanes while secretly digging tunnels. Soon night falls and the police prepare the money trucks and make it a condition. They asked for access to confirm the safety of the hostages. However, Lisa only allows Agent Mary to enter alone. Unexpectedly, he suddenly changes his mind and takes Agent Mary hostage. After all, an agent is more valuable than the general public. A girl goes to the police station because she is being domestically abused by her ex-boyfriend. Before the breakup, she vaguely overheard that he was planning to rob a bank. According to her, the criminal's real intention was to tunnel through and escape. Jake is skeptical about this because the other side of the bank is near a river. However, Eva insists that there is an abandoned 1890s underground tunnel there and that there is no water. Jake immediately contacts an expert to confirm this, and it turns out that there is indeed such a section of tunnel. They have been lied to and played for fools. He calls and questions Lisa about what she really wants, about his relationship with Tom, the criminal who was buried in the mountains 5 years ago, and why he stole the gold. However, Lisa does not answer and simply hangs up. In reality, Lisa had a reason for robbing the gold. 5 years ago, due to her vandalism, the criminal Tom was arrested and died in prison. In order to take revenge, Tom's son held his older brother hostage and demanded that he steal the gold to make up for the initial loss. In order to achieve his goal, he had to give in to his brother. The gold is pretty much melted down. Lisa is in the safe. Multiple bombs were planted on the bank counter. After everything was in place, he engineered the jailing of Tom's son's eyewitness and handed Agent Mary a cell phone. She said that if Agent Mary wanted to capture Tom's son, she would have to go along with his plan. Lisa Law then detonated all the bombs. The fallout from the bombs was so great that it caused him to pass out himself. In addition, since the bank was located near a river, the walls took a tremendous amount of pressure and crumbled apart, causing a large amount of river water to pour into the bank. The bomb suddenly explodes, and the FBI immediately rushes into the bank to rescue it. When Jake enters the underground warehouse to find Agent Mary, the underground warehouse is almost flooded with water. He immediately rescued the agent. The FBI believes that the explosion was the result of a failed robbery by the thieves, as all the hostages were safe and the gold was not lost. And Eva, who appeared out of nowhere, suddenly disappeared, leaving behind only the number 392. In the diamond heist 5 years ago, the diamonds were kept in the 392 safe, which must be some kind of message. Jake immediately goes to check the bank's 392 safe, where he finds a piece of gold and a book. The book documents why Lisa did what she did. It turns out that Eva and Lisa are two sisters, and that Eva reporting the crime was part of the plan. The next day, the janitor enters the bank and cleans up the garbage and discovers a large amount of copper and iron being loaded onto a garbage truck. There had been previous incidents of thieves melting gold into copper bars. Surprisingly, the thieves managed to get the gold out of the bank under police surveillance. Surprisingly, Lisa didn't die, but hid on a vent to avoid the danger of flooding. He then disguises himself as a janitor and leaves the bank without a hitch. By nightfall, Agent Mary takes Lisa's cell phone and follows the instructions to the gold trading location. Eventually, they succeeded in arresting Tom's son. It turned out that Lisa had used the gold to lure Tom's son into a trap and bring him to justice. This is the truth of the whole incident.